Okay, so we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's me, Tia Rogers. And I want to thank you for joining us for the Will You Hire You tour, the beginning. This is series three. Series one, we talked about self awareness and natural resources and economic resources. We talked about how to best plan ourselves, to take care of ourselves, and things of that nature. The second day, we had a guest. We had Miss Daniela. Um, wait a minute, I don't want to mess her name up. Miss Danielle. Mhm. Miss Danielle Scarlett. Miss Daniela Scarlett. She joined us, and she shared her story as well as she shared some information with you tonight. Tonight, I won't be sharing much information with you because you're going to be joining us tomorrow, and I have Miss Daniela returning tomorrow. Miss Daniela Scarlett returning tomorrow, as well as we have a special guest that is going to be joining us. Miss Yolanda Cook will be joining us as well. So I hope that you will tune in. I do have a few polls here. Let's see. All right. So if you like, you could participate in the polls. And the first question is, where are you in your health? Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Are you good, bad, fair, poor? Um, and you can put that in there where you see yourself at. Where do you quite see yourself needing some improvement? If that is the case, let me see. Let me see. Publish that. Can I publish it? In pool. Okay. Reset pool. Cool. All right. So we have that poll in there. I hope that it's in there. I'm learning this platform here. So we're going to play around with it a little bit. Our next question is, we all have relationships. Are they healthy and vital for our lives? And relationships break down into your family relationships. That's the people that you're close to, the people that you live with every day. Could be your parents, could be your siblings, um, your family, whatever you consider a family, because family is defined in many different areas today. Your romantic relationships, how are they? Are they working out for you? Is it give and take? Are you guys working well together and able to accomplish a lot for your life? Um, and how about with others? Others could be community, associates, friends, co-workers. And what is the quality of those relationships? How healthy are those relationships? So I'm going to drop these polls down in here so that you guys can go over them. Let me see. All right, our next poll is, how does your income impact your life? Not at all. Is it kind of rocky? Um, Says, I want to create something of my own. I'm very happy where I am. So let us know where you are in the poll. Um, and I'll go back. Hopefully, we'll get to see the numbers as we go along here. Let me see. Another question is, does your environment impact your life? Yes, no, you're not sure, or you create your own environment. I'm going to publish this down in here so that you guys can see that poll. And our last poll question is, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? Would you live the life you want? Would you follow your passion and help others? Would you partner with others that are doing what you like to do? Let us know. Drop that in chat. And we'll revisit that a little later as we get ready for this evening. Let me see, that's polls. Did I have questions? I think I had questions. Let me see. Go here. Mm, I just love when you are trying new things because it does help a lot. So I think I just had the poll questions. I can't remember if I had any other questions. I know I didn't have any slides. Well, those are our questions. And we're going to come out of that section there, kind of get out of there. Uh, so, why am I here, right? I know. Trying to find your own voice, finding your way, um, investing in yourself, doing the things that you need to do to make your life better. And you will always hear me say the biggest mistake in investing is not investing at all. And what greater investment to invest in than to invest in you with no limits? Just the limits that you set for yourself. Change your thoughts, change your life, keep the faith, and trust your process of your life and watch it all unfold. Because although our lives are similar, our experience is never going to be the same. You know, our lives may parallel, our experiences may parallel, but it'll never be the same. What motivates me will not motivate someone else. Um, Long story short, this week we have been going through the postings. If you've been seeing them, I hope that you're enjoying some of the excerpts of pathways that I'm giving you guys a little bit at a time. Um, just so that you can kind of follow the journey. A lot of you have been with me from the beginning. And I ask these questions because of the fact that there's a lot that is required of you when you decide that you're going to become the change that you wish to see, that you're going to start taking charge of the walls, barriers, limiting beliefs that you have about your life, things that are stopping you from living the life that you really truly want to live. And when you do that, you have to prioritize. I really do miss my little blackboard here, guys. I got to figure that part out. You have to prioritize. Where is it that I need to be better in my life? Um, is it in your finances? Is it in your health? Is it in your relationships? What are your dreams? What do you want for yourself? We're in the month of May, and May is Mother's Day's month. Um, Although I think Mother's Day is 365 because we're mothers every day. We're not mothers just one day out of the month. So, and being a mother requires a lot. You're responsible not only for yourself, you're responsible for young people as well. And if you aren't, how do I say this? Lord, give me the right words. If you are not in the right frame of mind and health, nor do you have a real idea of your life, you're gonna struggle as a parent. The good thing is, I hope that if you become a parent, or if you are a parent, that you have a good support system, because a good support system helps you. A good support system helps you along your journey in your life, throughout your life. That's something that is never going to change. Um, a little bit about my story as I'm finding my voice. I come to you guys, I stumble, I fumble my words, and it's not easy to come and say, this is who I am. This is the life that I chose. Why did I choose this life? I chose this life because I didn't want to have to worry anymore. I didn't want to worry about whether or not someone was going to try to terminate me, or if God forbid, something happened and I'm not able to work. I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to take care of myself. It was a big concern for me, especially after the journey of caring for my parents, being a single mom, raising my children to be grown adults. Thank you, Jesus. And then dealing with caring for my parents, the death of them, still having to live life, not taking a break, still moving. You do what you got to do. You say goodbye to your loved ones, but life still goes on. And how do you pick up the pieces? And it's not really easy to move on in grief. You really have to, I like to call it trick your mind. You have to trick your mind. That although you're feeling all those feelings that you're feeling, and grief has what, 5 different stages: um, anger, denial, and what's the other 3? I forgot those. But if you want to help me, feel free to help me. Put them in the chat. Um, as far as the five The 5 stages of grief. However, you may feel them over and over again. Grief has no time limit. Grief, there is no way someone can tell you how to grieve. Um, and just be mindful of the negativity you may get during that time. You got to really learn how to kind of stop the negative thoughts, or protect yourself. You have to protect yourself from others that may not be so kind, that may not be so understanding, they may not give 2 flying flicks what you're going through. But long story short, grief is what got me here. And during the grief, I decided to bet on myself and join network marketing. And the funny thing about this whole tour is, will you hire you, right? So coming into network marketing, I thought, like many other people probably think, oh, cool, I'm going to start this business. I can do this from home, and I can just go on and do what I need to do. Nobody needs to know. And that's true, depending upon how you set your business up. But at some point, you are going to become the face of your business. You are going to be the spokesperson for your business, because you are your business, your passions, your thoughts, what drives you, what makes your world light up. And taking those first steps, starting out in business, is quite scary. You have a lot of things to take on. First of all, you got to learn the business that you're getting into, or whatever it is that you decide to do, whether it's something that you create yourself, whether it's a restaurant, child care services, um, what other kind of businesses. There's all different types of businesses, but you still have to begin them. And you have to market yourself. You have to let people know that you're open for business. They will never know if you don't open your mouth. And I find along the journey, because it's things that I felt too. So it is kind of comforting when I come across others that are on the journey as well, that share some of those same fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, um, but they work to get past them. They begin to build themselves. And the amazing thing is that as you're learning your business, products and their services that you're doing, you're going to feel a whole lot of different emotions. And the most scariest emotion is speaking to other people about what it is that you do. Who are you? What do you do? And how can you help me? That's pretty much what people want to know. And you first have to help yourself. Because if you don't open your mouth, nobody knows you're open for business. There's several stages in business, and 'cause, 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 'c As you're learning your business, you're going to begin gathering the information to make your business a legal, legit business. If this is something that you desire to do and you want to do, there are certain steps that you're going to have to take. And many of us start out working our full-time jobs and working our businesses part-time and or doing it as a hobby until it turns itself into a business. And along that process, you go through many different changes because life is still going to happen on life terms. You still will experience life. You're going to experience joy. You're going to experience pain. You're going to experience losses. But how do you bounce back? How do you bounce back so that you can get in the game? So that you can live your life to the fullest potential? Because God created you with all that you need already. Everything that you need is already inside of you. And what you don't have, somebody else has the information for you that can help you. So this journey is a journey that many have traveled, but very few reach the destination because we give up in the beginning. We give into our limiting beliefs. We give into our fear. And we don't want to stand up. We don't want to say, this is who I am. This is what I do. But if you don't do that, you're hurting yourself. You're not allowing you to grow to your full potential. Now imagine you starting a business. You're building this business. And you're doing everything that you need to do to build this business. And suddenly, you find yourself at a crossroads. What do you do? So now you've grown your business. Your business is starting to get a little momentum. You're doing some things to move your business forward, but then you still have obligations and responsibilities. How do you balance them out? You may not be close to retirement. You may be close to retirement. If you're closer to retirement, you have a better chance of, formulating. Hopefully, you know exactly where you are and stand for retirement. And should there be a gap, if you are a business owner, you just filled that gap, right? You just filled that gap between your income and whatever other benefits go with retirement. But should you not be at the retirement age, how do you fill that gap? How do you fill that income gap? Because we work every day. Doesn't necessarily mean that what you earn is going to take care of everything that you need. And if you carry debt, that's going to get in the way of your dreams. You're going to have to prioritize and really look at your financial picture to see exactly where you are and figure out where you want to begin. Tackle the things that are easiest for you to tackle in the beginning. Because if you take a small portion of your debt, say, all right, because debt can be accumulated from a various of things: cars, homes, credit cards, bill payments, investment properties, different things of that nature. If you're not if you don't have the financial education that you need to help build the strong foundation under all of that, then somehow you end up with more liabilities than you do with assets. And financial education is going to help you to understand the importance of the assets and the liabilities because they go together. You're never going to get rid of debt totally. The thing is to create some good debt, that is not going to harm you in no kind of way. We talk about credit cards. We talk about life insurance. We talk about the importance of having a living will and trust. We talk about the importance of just being able to budget every month and meet those budgeting needs every month, as well as your pay down debt. What's your debt-free day? And it's different for everybody. Everybody's situation is different. When I came into business, I came into business with debt. Um, and I was able to begin a business with a small beginning fee. It wasn't much. I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars that you do for a large franchise or some type of brick and mortar business. It was fairly reasonable to start my business. And I did that. But along the way of building the business, there are some things that you got to take care of. And the most important thing is taking care of you, knowing who you are, knowing whose you are, being aware of the what makes you tick, what doesn't make you tick, being aware of your triggers if you have even if you have any knowledge of them, because sometimes you can have triggers and not have knowledge of them. Um, However, it's a little bit more challenging when you suffer from grief because it could be anything that sets you off. Your mood's like you wake up happy, next thing you know you're sad. Like your emotions are all over the place. And the same thing happens in business. That's been my experience. It's been very emotional growing, um, going through the process. The hardest part is really finding my voice, finding the voice that is Tia. But I think she's coming out slowly but surely, because you can't do this over a certain amount of times and not find your voice. Finding your story that is going to impact people's lives. Being that example or being that inspiration to someone that is possibly sitting back watching this right now. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe you are thinking like maybe it's more to life than this. Just going to work, coming home, paying bills, going to work, coming home, paying bills, same routine every day. They call that the rat race. Maybe you just want to explore. Maybe you are happy where you are, but maybe you want to expand a little bit. You might want to try something new. Um, Wherever you may be, there is a process when you begin starting something new. Is everybody going to accept you? Probably not, but that's okay. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it for them. Because each step that you take is going to build you as a person. And you will hear me tell you all the time that personal development and growth is the most important part of the life journey. Because if you're not growing, then you're kind of just, I don't want to say dying, but you're holding yourself stagnated because every day you should learn something new. And so far, it's quite possible to do so if you look far enough. There's plenty of information. Now, this journey here has been a true blessing and a curse. Being a mom, raising children, teaching them love, respect, value, and giving them some sort of work ethic, which comes through discipline, structure, some type of, you know, schedule that they follow every day. And we do it too. As a single mom, I can say that if you are a single parent, whether you're a mother or a father, no matter what challenge you're going through right now, you are going to come through it. It's all based off of the decisions that you make and the action steps that you take and the behaviors that you have. Are your behaviors helping you or hurting you? Are your decisions moving you forward or holding you stagnated? Because all our ideas aren't all good ones. Some of them are just some pretty funky ideas, but we have to figure out which one are the funky ideas, which ones are the good ideas, and we have to utilize those in our life and in our business. Who are you connecting yourself with? That's important as well. We talk about um, whoever you surround yourself with the most, you will be the next. So this is very interesting because every time I hear that question, I crack up laughing because uh, I'm around my grandbabies a lot. I'm around babies a lot. So twice a child, once an adult. So since the dash is the adult part, I'm going to try to live this dash out to the fullest and help some people along the journey. Um, as I'm finding my voice, as I'm growing and developing in business, as I am strengthening my relationships, and pretty much cracking and opening up a new chapter of life that can be very scary for some people. We want it, but we don't always know how to quite go about it. And the best way that I can explain it is that it's something that grows on it's something on the inside of you that is going to come out. Because when you want something bad enough, you won't let nothing get in the way of it. Come hell or high water, pardon my French. Come hell or high water, you're going to do what you need to do to get there, right? And it's not till you feel that sense of urgency on the inside of you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. It doesn't matter if they talk bad, don't support you. It's okay as long as you believe in you and you support you. Because the steps that you take every day to build you as well as your business is going to strengthen you. You're going to develop muscles that you didn't even know you had. You're going to be able to begin creating relationships that you didn't know that were even possible. And a lot of us hold fear. A lot of us hold a lot of fear. We're afraid to speak out because we think that's what someone else is going to think about us. We're afraid that we're going to be mocked. We're afraid that we're going to be made fun of. But when you stop and think about it, if you are bettering you, if you're taking the time to invest the time, energy, and efforts into yourself, what does it matter what someone else thinks? Maybe they're making fun of you or harassing you because they see something in you that they might want for themselves that they haven't quite gotten mustered up the strength to do for themselves yet. And making fun of you makes it easier. But you know what they say, when you point a finger like this, it's always three fingers pointing back. So be careful with that. But what other people think about you is really truly not your business. It's really not. When you are building a business, especially your life business, things are happening in real time where you have to address those issues and everything right then and there to try to work it out, whatever the bumps along the road may be, whether it is administratively, um, in your marketing, or in your content. There's all different types of things, and technology is changing so fast. We are living in a time where I'm about to be, well, I'm already a half a century old. So let's just leave it there. Half a century old. And over my time as a living, I don't recall time ever moving as fast as it is now. Feels like we're on some type of time warp. And with everything that's going on in the world. They're still you, and you are important. Whether you believe you're important or not, know that you are. Begin making a list of your best attributes. See what skills and knowledge you have that you can share with others to help them along the way. How can you better improve yourself? How can you begin to elevate your life because you're evolving anyway? You want to evolve and elevate your life and look back and say, wow, things are much different than where they were before. And you'll be amazed at the differences that you will make. You'll be amazed at the lives that you're touching, even without knowing who they are. People see you share your story. People see you stand up and share information, share a little bit of you, and see that you're a real person. That you put your pants on just like everybody else, one leg at a time. You get up, you brush your teeth, comb your hair, all that stuff. The same as everybody else. It's not much difference. I always say people will remember, they won't remember what you did for them, but people will always remember how you treat them. So be intentional to be kind. Kindness it's really free. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cause you much stress either. Actually, when you look at it, it's so much more easier to be positive than it is negative. But we have positive and negative in the world. And we fight with the positive and negative within ourselves, especially when you decide to do something that's different than the rest. So you begin to stand out more. And because you're standing out more, you're probably going to catch a whole lot more flack. But I think the more flack that you catch, the better you are because that means you're doing something. You got somebody's attention, right? They watch it. Yeah, they watch it. They want to see, is it real? Is it really possible? Can they really be doing that? Are they as successful as they say they are? All you got to do is jump in and try it. Try it for yourself, and you'll see. Success is defined in many different ways, however, we decide to define it. Success in your health, success in your marriage, in your relationship, success in your career, success in your finances. It's all possible. Everything is possible. You have to be willing to unlearn some of the things that you know already. This journey of 5 years plus, I can't believe it's been 5 years. Oh my God. It's about like 7 or 8 years now, but still in all, you stretch in ways that you can't even fathom. Your dream begins to not only be a vision in your mind, it begins to develop and manifest in your life. And sometimes that could be a little scary because guess what? You're stepping in the unknown. You know nothing about what's coming ahead. Struggle is something many of us know a lot about because we do it on a daily basis. We talked about the market economy, and most of us will do the traditional economy building, which is the same thing that our parents did. Go to work and come home and try to prepare for a better life. And many of them did a wonderful job and were able to do that. Some were even able to leave a legacy. But what are the secrets? What are the steps that you need to take to build that legacy life, to change the generational curses in your family, starting with you. You could be the inspiration. You can be the motivation for the young folks coming behind you. They're watching you. They're hoping that you have an idea of where you're going. What do you want out of your life? They're watching how you're going about your life, and they're judging their life based off of your life. And I can speak from that because as a child, I remember looking at my aunts and uncles and looking at some of my aunts and saying, she kind of fly. Think I want to be like her? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I took it. You take a little bit of everybody that's around you, right? You take a little bit of them and you incorporate it into you and you make it yours. And you begin mapping out your life. You begin moving towards the things that you want. Sometimes distractions come along and you get derailed. You could become a young parent like myself. You could become injured. You could experience a life altering experience that could change your life and the way you feel forever. I just came to let you know that it doesn't matter where you are in your life right now. You can begin and start today changing your life. The Will You Hire You tour, the beginning. Would I hire me? Yes. Why would I hire me? Because I know that I am responsible, I am dependable, and I will get the job done. I know that I have skills and talents that can enhance my life. And I know that I am open and willing to learn and continue to grow. Thus, I've made it to this point, and I welcome you to our platform as we are growing, learning, and healing together. And we are going to be showing you exactly how, okay, showing you exactly how we've done it, how we are doing it, and how we are overcoming the challenges so that we can become better. It's about life prioritization. It's about having an idea of what it is that you want out of life. Because when you ask people what do they want out of life, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know. They don't know what they want. They just know they want a better life. But what really does a better life look like for you? A better life for me looks like a happy family, everybody's healthy, alive, and well, a roof over my head, food on the table, and clothes on my back, being able to provide for myself and my family. And that's pretty much the life that I had. But now that I've been on this journey, my mind has expanded. It's opened up because I saw what I once thought was impossible. Oh, baby, it's so possible. You just got to be willing to do what you need to do to get to where you want to get to. And a lot of us is going to give up within the first 90 days. And you might quit your business, you might quit your whole life growth process for a minute or two, and then something's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, excuse me, did you forget about me over here? We were doing something. Are we gonna finish what we're doing over here? And it's up to you to answer that call or not answer that call. But I want you to think about What are the consequences of not answering that call? You live in the same life that you're living every day, nothing different, versus living a different life every day, doing something different, talking to different people, meeting different people. You notice if you follow me on my social media, I will post different educational things that are available to you, because I believe in options. I believe we all need to have options. Options allows us to make a good choice that fits our life. And many times the trainings, I love it, because when you sign up for a training, you signed up for a reason. One, you wanted to know what was going on, right? Two, is the information valuable and how is that information going to help me in my life? Three, is this something I can do? Four, I'm absolutely going to do it. Five, I'm not only going to do it, but I'm going to blow the socks off this piece. That's it. That's where it falls down to, in a nutshell. I'm so grateful I made the change when I did. Because of that change, I have met people that I probably would have never even had the opportunity to meet. I have been able to sit in rooms and trainings that I didn't even think I needed. But when I got there, it was exactly what I needed. And I went there empty and I left out of there full. Miss Lisa Nichols always says that, right? She tells us to come to them empty and we'll leave full. And don't we leave full every time? You leave with enough information to take and begin creating something with it. So why are you sitting on it? People will join a training and then you'll see in the chat they're complaining because to walk through the door is free. It costs you nothing to make a decision and take an action step. But to truly get the gems that you need, to get the time put in, to get the hours of practice, to get the know-how of how to do what it is that you're planning to do, even if it's something like finding your voice, finding the voice that allows you to let you be your true self and share that with the world. Letting them know exactly who you are, putting them on notice that who I used to be, she no longer exists. Hello, allow me to reintroduce myself to you. You're going to begin putting the pieces of your life back together. And in the beginning of putting your pieces of your life back together, it's going to get real messy. It's going to get messy. It gets messy because, you're doing so much depending upon what it is you have to straighten out. Hey, first of all, you have to realize that you even want to make a difference in your life because you might be just happy where you are and feel like you don't need one. And if that's you, thank you very much for your time. I enjoyed thank you for allowing me to come and speak to you. But now I'm speaking to those that are seeking more, that want more for their life. Because where you are right now, presently, is not your destination, darlings. There is so much more greater within you. But you have to tap that power within. You have to feel those fears and do it anyway. You have to face those challenges and go through being talked about, lied on, um, whatever the case may be, because in life, some people like to play games. Not everyone, but some people do. If you're not a game player and you're really about making your life better and helping somebody else get to where they need to get to along the way, then I'm your gal. If you want to play games, you want to poke, you want to pick at other people and put stepping blocks in their way, I'm not your gal. That's not what I do. If I can't help you, I'll leave you alone first. Building your life business takes courage, it takes resiliency, it takes confidence to do it. And you have all of that inside of you. Sometimes we just need to figure out exactly where we're at. Sometimes you have to try different things to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because everything is not for you. And you have to be willing to say, okay, this is not for me, and move on to something else. And just maybe, that hobby that you have that's paying you like a hobby will turn into a business. And it will pay you like a business. But it's not going to happen overnight. You are going to have to train for it. You are going to have to be open to personal growth and development, because if you can't direct yourself and you don't know how to discipline yourself, you're going to have some challenges along the way. Because as an individual, being someone from the human services field for 25 plus years of service in a variety of areas, I've learned that all my knowledge, all my skills is great, but it means nothing if the person I hand them to does nothing with them. You can sit and you can complain, you can blame, but the real thing you need to do is look at that man and or woman in the mirror and get real with yourself. Because it's not till then are you able to begin taking the steps to get over those limiting beliefs that you're telling yourself that you can't do it. That, oh, people are going to do this. You'll stop worrying about what other people think. You will begin to tell your story. You'll do it messy. You will stumble. You will probably mispronounce words. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And the better you're going to become over time. And you'll be doing it without even thinking about it. The butterflies that go away in the stomach, maybe, I don't know, because I still get the butterflies, but that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it works. Now, tomorrow evening, we are going to be live on our Real Family Dynamics page, because we all know that Tammy's is the beginning of all of this journey. Is where I began drop shipping, and created a store to sell products, mostly female products. Wasn't too good with the men products because I can't find any men's clothes that really fine. I know men, dudes, big. I need the big and tall clothes, not the little people clothes. So until I find that, mostly we're all female clothes. And in Tammy's, we have a course called How to Win in Life and Win in Business. Right now, we are holding a special for 10 people. That's it. 10 people to fill out the enrollment application. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what your dreams are, um, so that we can have a strategy call, so we can sit down and talk. Let's see if we can help you in some type of way in whatever it is that you are pursuing in your life business, because your life business is serious. So you don't have to join me to get the course. You do if you want the discounted rate and the experience that you're going to get with onboarding with our team, the training that we have for you, and we're going to get you onboarded and get you started off on the right foot so that you don't fail. There's no way you can fail. We're setting ourselves up to win, and guess what? Anybody that joins or hooks themselves to our caboose is going to win too, because we're doing this together. And we invite you to join us. If you choose not to join us and you just want to experience the course is available, How to Win in Life and Win in Business, in Tammy's.shop. It's the price is $500, and feel free. Again, you still will have to fill out the enrollment form. We will schedule a strategy call, because I think it's important. You're going to get the group sessions, um, where we can come together and get that group mentoring that we do, for you. Those that are going to be partners, customers and our business customers and our business partners will get one training. And then I have to figure out what I have to do with those that are just interested in obtaining a course and see what formulates out of that. Like I told you, we're in our data beta testing stages. So we're testing a lot of different things at this point to see how we can get the message out there to reach as many people as possible, because our mission is to help build sustainable families. We want to end poverty. We want to help end homelessness. And we can't do it alone. It takes a village to help these families. And the village exists. We might be hidden a little bit. There's so much going on, but the village still exists. Positive is always going to outweigh the negative. It doesn't matter. Because when you're moving in faith and you're trusting God and you are sincere and intentional in your action steps to help make somebody else's life better, God shows up and shows out. I don't know about y'all, but I done seen his hands in a lot of situations in my life. And you will always hear me say, the best relationship you will ever have is the relationship that you have between yourself and God. Because he's going to guide your path. He's going to take you where you need to be. And he's going to make sure that everything is prepared for you by the time you even get there. But you have to trust him. You have to trust yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself. So if you are someone that took a chance and you bet it on you, and you are holding back that one thing that's preventing you from moving forward, I want to encourage you today. Do it afraid. Do it with your lips trembling. Do it mispronouncing words. Just start. Stand up. Show the world who you are. Because you're such beautiful people. And it's sad that you're hiding it from the world. You have gifts that you can give. You have a tool, a skill, a product and or service that is going to help change somebody's life. So today I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out and asking you to borrow some of my courage, borrow some of my confidence until you obtain your own. But get up and get out there and show the world who you are, because time is moving forward. Time is the only thing we don't get back. The things you don't do today is not going to change your tomorrow, but the things that you do today is going to impact your tomorrow in a big way. And before you know it, you will be well on your way, living the life and the lifestyle that you want to live. You're going to have to go through something to get to it, but it's going to be well worth it. I'm Tia Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. I've held you for 1 hour, holding you hostage. Tomorrow, I want you to join us live. We're going to be live here on the platform, and we're going to be live in our Real Family Dynamics group as we open up with tomorrow. That's the wrong one. Hold on. I'm always doing something. Tomorrow, we are moving towards the change for freedom. So we're hoping that you will join us and get on this freedom train. What's your message? What story do you have to tell? What obstacle have you overcame and are still living your life to the fullest? Somebody needs to hear that story, and only you can tell it. And if you need help finding your voice, it's okay. We're a non-judgmental group here, and we accept you for who you are, and we're here to help you grow, because we're all growing for a better tomorrow, a better us, a better you, better families, more sustainable, end in poverty. And with that being said, thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful, blessed, amazing evening. And I can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday. This is going to be a special surprise because I only come on Tuesdays, right? For the month of May. That's what I said. But tomorrow night's a real special. So hang tight, guys. It's about to get real good and live. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care now. I appreciate you. You're a winner. You were born with all that you need inside. Keep winning.